Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to the center stage interview of Global Thought Leaders, a Right Source Global initiative. Global Thought Leaders has been a podium which helps leaders like you and I exchange ideas, experiences, and thoughts and makes sure that all of us grow together. Today, on center stage, we have Sanjay Gupta. He has a professional career of about 3 decades, where he's been handled and led teams in all aspects of sales, marketing, business development, including customer service in both B2C and B2B environments. He is uniquely positioned to have been a problem solver, having delivered integrated solutions across sectors in diverse cultures like European, American, Indian, Japanese, and Korean. He has been working closely with the top management and boards of the organizations. He possesses strong business acumen and excels in maintaining relationships with all levels across sectors. So, welcome Sanjay to our center stage interview today.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Madhulika.
I hope you're doing well.
Yes, I'm perfect.
All right. Thanks, Sanjay. So Sanjay, that looks like an amazing career you've had over 3 decades. So how do you define your 3 decade-old career?
Dr. Madhulika, I would define my career in three parts. The first part would be the first 15 years, where I handle mainly B2B sales and marketing, and mainly the business development part of it, as well as then product knowledge and applications, as well as my relationship building. Then the next phase came, which was the B2C part, where I joined the automotive industry. And in that, I got a good exposure to brand building, developing marketing strategy, then working with the agencies, managing the product life cycle, and then subsequently managing the team and then managing the top management expectations also. In fact, that was a time when I was managing a big marketing budget and also planning for the short to medium term. And the third part, which is the most important area and which is the last 5 years and which I'm still continuing, is my role as a CEO of an SBU. And this is where I have got a good learning of the business at an overall level, where top line and bottom line management have come in, then newer revenues of business, then long to mid-term plans, and then, yes, goals and target setting. So this is an important area, and people management area has been a very important area in these 5 years, because this is where I have been able to retain the team, then motivate the team, and then train the team, as well as bring a sense of results and target orientation. And yes, my profile also involves managing my big clients, so relationship management with them, the CXO level interaction, plus also my stakeholders, which are my suppliers, my top employees, my department heads. So that way, yes, it has been an interesting thing. And of course, my bankers and financiers also come in very handy for my role. So this is how I would see that. And one interesting area which is currently I'm working on is the CSR and ESG area, which I'm developing in my current role.
Wow, Sanjay, that was really diverse experience that you have. And now I know if I have to go to have some go-to-market strategy for all my startup products that I do, I know who I can reach, right?
Sure.
Sanjay, with this diverse experience that you have specifically in sales, marketing, or business development, I just want to know what have been your three key projects or achievements in the recent.
I would. Those three would be in different circumstances, and I think the number one, which I would quote, would be the most recent one, which is I have developed a complete international sales channel for an engineering company, and this company has been in existence for the last 35 years, and they have been exporting, but then they wanted to now further increase their export market share, and they wanted to open up new markets. And when I was given this task, I was very happy to take it. And then, yes, today, after 1.5 years into that task, I can claim that yes, I have achieved a lot. In fact, open up new channels, new dealers, new distributors in each of the markets that we were focusing on, and that included the US, Europe, Southeast Asia, Asia Pacific, Middle East, Africa. So all these markets were targeted, and yes, we have been able to appoint successful dealers and distributors there. So that is one. In fact, one of the key activities which I did was the Tesla analysis also when I was doing this. And yes, participation in road shows and exhibitions also played a very, very important role when I was doing that. Then the second, I would say, key area where I have done is it is for an automotive company. In fact, it is one of the prominent companies in India, and it is one of the leaders in Europe. And they are looking at increasing their market share in the Indian market. So this project came to me through Big Five consultancy, and I supported the consultancy by studying the entire market, and then using my network and my understanding of the automotive industry, I was able to recommend a few strategies. And then yes, I also then joined them forces with the execution of the strategy. So it was not just preaching, it was also practicing what I really understood. And then it has started bearing results very fast, and the company is already seeing some good returns there. So this would be my second assignment, which I would say yes, I was really happy about. And then yes, the third assignment which I would want to highlight is it is in the online space, in the startup space, where a particular auto portal was not doing very well. So the owner of that auto portal, who is an East European entity, they wanted to sell off that portal, and they took help of my services because of my past experience also, and using my knowledge as well as my network in the industry and also in the social media and the digital space, I was able to help that company sell that auto portal to another company, which is again not based in India, it is based in Southeast Asia. So this exercise itself was also a very interesting exercise, and I am happy to say that yes, I was able to successfully support the venture in that area. So these are the three key assignments which I can highlight.
That's really nice to know, Sanjay. And I see that, during your conversation, I see that you have worked with a lot of, different people coming from various work cultures, right? So, how do you differentiate between these varying work cultures? Mainly the European versus the American versus Indian, Japanese, Korean. I see that you've put a foot in African thing as well. So, how do you basically differentiate these cultures, and what do you think about which culture is best suited for our Indian consumers?
Yes, in fact, I consider myself to be very fortunate to have worked with so many cultures. And when I started my career, it was with a German company, and Germans are very well known for their precision in engineering. But yes, they are very much on discipline also. And then I moved to an American company. American companies are, so to say, very cool, but then they are very straightforward. And yes, they are very shrewd in business. Then I had the experience of working with a Japanese company. Then Japanese companies are very well known for their products, the precision, the quality of the products. But then, as far as their discipline goes, they are very well known. They are very well known for their processes. But then, yes, they are a little rigid. They do not bend their rules or anything because we Indians have a way of doing it. But then, yes, they don't agree with that. And then moving forward, I was with a Korean company. Koreans, I would say, are much nearer to what Indians are. Although Koreans appear to be very hard, but then yes, they are flexible in their behavior. And yes, they also want to do things sometimes in a jugadu way. So I would say that out of all the cultures I have worked, I would take Koreans as the closest to the Indian culture. But then, yes, other cultures are not far behind. At least with respect to risk taking, leadership, and environment and work, I would say the closest to Indians would be the Koreans, the Europeans, and then the Japanese. So this is what I would say that the cultural differences.
All right,
I
thank you, Sanjay. That was really nice to know, about the work cultures. You've been fortunate enough to work with all of them. That's really nice to know about your experience on these. So I think during your tenure, there must be a lot of learnings that must have happened across 3 decades, right? So what have been the three most important learnings in your career that eventually have become, your guiding principles moving forward?
So let me say that I think one of the first things which really got ingrained in me was that uh, it is an acceptable fact that when you move up in the career, or when you spend more time, your role will keep changing. So having patience and persistence to perform in a particular role, and then moving up to become a manager and then a leader, these are some things which come with experience. But then yes, it teaches you a lot. I would, for me, it was from sales to business development to marketing. That was a transitional change. Then B2B to B2C. That was another change. Then from products to services, another change. Then from a team member to a team leader. Then from a customer, from the perspective of a consumer or a customer, first we used to talk about customer satisfaction. Then came the customer delight. Then came the customer experience. And today, it is one and only the customer is the king. That is it. And then, yes, moving from a manager to a general manager to a leader. And then from a head of a vertical to a head of a company to really managing CXOs and then becoming an independent director. So these are some transitions which have happened over my career, and I feel that yes, this has taught me a lot. So this is number one thing which I consider in my career. Then number two is that being aware of your strengths and weaknesses, and specifically your strengths and how you can orient your management style to your strengths. In fact, during in the last 5 years only, I was able to take the Clifton Strengths Test, which is done by the Gallup organization, and I have found out my own strengths, which are based on the ISFP Adventurer profile. And some of the key areas which I feel now I'm strong and I'm able to manage are adaptability, then empathy, then harmony, then activator, and then achiever. All these things have taught me on how to lead a team, how to manage a business, and how to get results. Because at the end of the day, in business, results matter. And to get the results, we need to have those necessary skills. So this is my second, I would say, the key learning which has come to me, and it is going to stay with me for ever. The third area is actually finding my ikigai. I feel that unless I know the purpose for which I am here and in a profession, unless I am happy about it, unless I feel like going and doing that in and out, day in and day out, I will not be able to survive for long. So finding my ikigai and really serving towards it, moving towards it, and then performing is very, very important. So these are the three things which I feel is important, and they will help me.
Thanks, Sanjay. It was really nice of you to mention Ikigai. I think we at an organization level follow that thing. And coming to the fag end of our discussion, Sanjay, you've you've spoken about your experiences, about diverse cultures, your projects that you've worked with, and the key learnings that you. So, what's your topmost contribution? In the last 5 years, if you take cover the recent times, tell me what was your topmost contribution that you've given.
Well done. So to share that, first I will give you a little understanding of what I have been doing in the last 5 years. So primarily, I have been managing the affairs as a CEO of PR Professionals. This is a marketing and brand communication agency. But then the understanding I have with the owner of the company is that part of my profile is managing the business for PR professionals. But the other part of it is really owning up my own experience over the last 25 years and getting business from corporates, from any sector, which I will be managing on my own. That can be with respect to a business strategy, that can be with respect to a marketing thing, it can be with respect to business development, any of those areas. So if I were to say what has been my major contribution over the last 5 years, so number one contribution has been in making this particular setup a very profitable setup from the time I joined. When I joined, at that point of time, the company was not making any money. But today, we are one of the most positive PR agencies in Northern India, and the kind of turnover that we are currently doing ranks amongst the top people within this segment. And then, yes, the kind of clientele that we manage are multiple. It belongs to big corporates, it belongs to government, it NGOs, it can be a political party also. But then, yes, it is a multitude of clients that we are managing. And I can claim to that the satisfaction level of all our clients is at a high. And this is one of the key contributions from my side in the last 5 years. Then another contribution has been the new business which I have been able to generate for this particular agency from various segments. It can be engineering, it can be FMCG, it can be fashion, it can be real estate. So we have a multitude of clients, and today I can lay claim that we have won contracts worth about 250 crores direct, which we are managing today out of a total business of 2000 crores, which direct we are managing 250, and the remaining is being managed by us, but using an outside agency. So that way, yes, today we are making contribution. I am at the helm of affairs in managing this rupees 2000 crore kind of a business. Then the third area, which I feel has been very interesting thing, is in the last 1.5 years, I have working more like a nominated executive with a private limited company, which is an engineering company, and the mandate which has been given to me is to develop their international market and specifically appoint new channel for that company. So I have been able to give results which were beyond expectations. The kind of business that we have been able to generate is more than 500 crores. Generation is one, but conversion and then execution is the second part of it. Currently, the execution of that business is underway, and we are expecting in the next 6 months we should be able to honor all the orders which are worth about 150 crores. So I would say these are the three key achievements for me in the last 5 years: managing the agency, then second, getting new business for that agency, and third, managing as a nominated executive in that company for international market. That has been.
All right. Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you so much for all your insights and wonderful experiences that you've shared with us today. So, Sanjay, I would like to end this session with our a little quick question on how was your journey with Independent Directors Institute and RightSource Global?
In fact, I would say that till now the experience has been very positive. In fact, the team has been very professional in first taking us through the initial modules of the course, and then subsequently, once the modules got over, they were helpful in making us IDs by giving us access to MCA and then creating the login and password, and then guiding us in that manner. And then came the stage where we cleared the ID exam, and then came the Independent Director Data Bank, where we became members, and again IDI was helpful in ensuring that we get proper access to that system. And I would say that the experience has been great, and I'm looking forward to further support. In fact, not to forget about the ESG module that has come free with the package. So many thanks for that, and congrats for all.
Thank you so much, Sanjay, for the wonderful words that you've given. It's been a pleasure having you at the center stage by Global Thought Leaders, RightSource Global Initiative. Thank you, everyone, for watching our center stage with Mr. Sanjay Gupta. If you wish to understand more about our initiative, please visit rightsource-global.com, and you could write to us at team-idi@rightsource-global.com. Thank you so much and have a great day. Thanks, Sanjay.
Thank you, Dr. Madhu.